Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of my Spot the Bug brain teasers. There's going to be a link in the description down to the repository that contains all of the brain teasers as well as this specific one. Also check down in the description, there's a section there for corrections or addendums. So if there's any mistakes that come through or you spot them, let me know in the comments. Dive in, take a look. So here we have my brain teaser repository, and the one that we are interested in looking at today is going to be the packaging up values. If we click on this guy here, we can take a look. From the instructions, we can see that there is a value holder class that has a bug in it. Effectively, it is going to be throwing an exception, and the problem here is to try and spot what the exception is, what the problem is with this code, and for bonus points, we'll take a quick look at how to fix it. So first thing I'm going to do is pop over to my Git Kraken, and I'm going to switch over to the packaging up values branch. If you are unclear of where it is, you will see either the branch name here in the dropdown on GitHub or as well up in the URL up here to know which one to go ahead and switch to. I'm going to then go ahead and fire it up in Visual Studio, and I can see here is my value holders class. So just kind of walking through what we have here. This class contains a dictionary of type string object. The constructor assigns values in at keys 1, 2, and 3. And then it has some helper methods for get string, get number, get date time that goes and pulls those values back out. So the problem is to figure out where's the bug, what exception is going to be thrown, and why. So I'll give you a moment. If you don't want any spoilers, go ahead and pause the video now and take a crack at it. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. If you solved it, you are doing awesome. There's a hint markdown file here for anybody who might want a little bit extra details. But inside of here, there is a set of unit tests. So let's pull these guys in really quick, and we'll just take a quick look at what is going on. So if we go ahead and run these unit tests, you'll see that one of these unit tests ends up failing. So the get number method in particular is throwing an invalid cast exception. So this guy right here. And we can see that it is unable to cast a type of system int32 to type system decimal. If we look up here, we can see that the get number method is in fact attempting to cast the return value out to type decimal. And up here is where we put the value in. Now, the important thing to know about in C# is if you just type a literal number into your code, by default, that is going to end up being an integer. Unless you end up doing something where it's long enough to be a long, you end up with one of the format specifiers tacked on to the end, or you do like a .0 to indicate that this should be a double or similar. But just a regular integer number, like a -1 in your code, is going to be of type integer. When you assign into this dictionary, the important thing to note here is this is of type object. Objects are reference types. Down here, when we're doing the assignment, we can see that we're assigning 3 different values. There's a string, an integer, and a date time. The latter 2 values are not reference types, they are value types. And when you go to put a value type, something that would normally be on the stack, into an object, which is something that would normally be stored on the heap. If you're unfamiliar with those words, go ahead and check out heap and stack references on Wikipedia or similar. There's a pretty good explanation for how memory management works. But the key fundamental to understand here is that in order to get a value type into an object, it has to go through a process called boxing, effectively being wrapped up in a little box so that there is a reference to be able to point to that value. When taking it back out, it is the process of unboxing. It's like Christmas. You got to pull the thing out. Unlike Christmas, you don't always, open the box and get happiness. Sometimes, like here, you end up with an exception, such as an invalid cast. The reason that this is occurring is because when we go through to unbox the value, it has to first check the type and perform that operation. And if it isn't of the appropriate type, you'll end up getting that exception. If we take a quick look here, I'm just going to throw away my changes. For all of these brain teasers, there is a solutions branch. So if we switch over to this, we can take a look. There's a little bit longer explanation down here. Let's just close that for the moment. That calls out the Microsoft Docs page on boxing and unboxing. And if we pull that up here real quick and take a look, down on the unboxing side, you'll note that an unboxing operation consists of checking the object's instance to make sure that its boxed value is of the given type. This rule here is effectively what this brain teaser is bumping right up against, is the value that we boxed, the integer we tried to pull out as the incorrect type, and that's where we end up getting the unboxing error. So hopefully you found that interesting. If you'd like to check out any of my other brain teasers, feel free to check out the repo above. With that, I'll tell everyone happy coding. See everyone next time.